Right. Good evening to everyone. Artin, can you hear me? Right. Right.
Oh, Bante,
All right. Now I can hear you. Just right.
you've allowed me to unmute, but I don't know if in the group setting anyone can unmute.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Anyway,
Sorry. Yeah.
I can hear you just fine, Bante. I'm here.
Yeah. Thank you so much. So, Mr. Ali and Mrs. Nishi, is this your first time?
Yes, this is my first time.
Yes. Right. Mrs. Nishi?
Yes, this is my first time attending this group.
All right. Yes. Right. So everyone, please say 3 times together. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So good evening to everyone. Today too, we are here to practice the noble practice of meditation. So all students, they are practicing the Vipassana meditation. I think some of them will join later on. Sorry for canceling the in-person one so quickly. We took the decision quickly because some Bhantes tested positive for COVID. So for the welfare of everyone, for the well-being of everyone, we decided that we are going to do it online. So I'm fine, but there are 2 Bhantes who tested positive. So let's wish them good health. So with those wishes, we are going to start today's meditation. So as I mentioned, all students are practicing the 5th step of Vipassana meditation. But for the newcomers, I would like to introduce breathing meditation as we always do for newcomers. So what you should do is, please start observing the breath. So in breathing meditation, here you have to understand that you have to let the breath come in and go as it is, naturally, normally. And you should not force. And so the natural, normal flow should continue. Your job is observing it. When it is coming in, giving your entire attention, you observe. You stay aware that when the breath is coming in, you stay aware. Now, right now, the breath is coming in. When the breath is going out, you have to be fully aware that right now, the breath is going out. So you don't have to go with the breath all the way in. So just stop your observation at the end of your nostrils. We can't see that. So it is something that we have to experience. So the breath will go in and it will touch the end of your nostrils, which is the crooked area. So you have to be aware while practicing the meditation practically. So then if the breath is long and if the breath is short, be aware as it is. Don't try to change it. If the breath is some certain breaths, they are soft, certain breaths, they are gross. So let it be so. Just be aware. Right now, the breath that I'm experiencing, it is gross or it is soft. So keep being fully aware about the current breath that you experience. So that is for newcomers, and try to develop inner calmness, inner patience, and inner peace. All students, they are instructed to practice the fifth step of Vipassana meditation. So start observing the sensations on your legs. So observe. Start with throughout the leg. So start with the buttocks, and then after that the thigh, and then knee, then after that lower leg, and then after that the upper foot, then lower foot. On all those areas, so observe them when the sensations come up. There will be a sensation of heat, sensation of coldness, itching sensation or tingling sensation, blood circulation, pulsing, or any sensation, hardness, numbness. Just observe them as they actually are. Don't imagine, just let them be as they are, and keep on observing. Keep on observing the sensations as they actually are. And whenever you observe a sensation, remind yourself, this sensation is also impermanent, changing. There is no sensation in the world which lasts forever. Each and every moment, all the sensations are arising and passing away. Arising and passing away. So work hard. For Vipassana meditators, I would like to request throughout the meditation time to stay without shaking the body. So it's true, sometimes you would feel uncomfortable because of the pain, but better to develop a balanced mind even towards the pain. So it helps you to develop the patience, and it helps you to develop the ability to stay alert, to stay confident, to stay unshaken when things don't go well. So an eagle, when it is around like 35-40 years old, so it's then it starts to feel that it's so nips. So its nails, they are since they are old, so it starts to understand that those nails, it cannot work with those nails anymore. It understands that. And certain eagles, they don't do anything, so they die out of starvation. But there are certain eagles, so who has the courage? Those eagles, what they do is they go to a mountain, and where there is a huge rock, and what it does is, so but while bleeding, it starts to rub its nails on that rock. After some time, it gains those eagles, they gain the ability to have sharp nails, and then they start to catch cat praise again. so they do better. So we have to be the same. We have to be the same. It's true, there is the pain, but now you have developed to a level that you can bear such kind of pain, and with the understanding of impermanence, and you can work hard observing the sensations so as they actually are, without being so influenced, without being tortured by the physical pain. So try it. But if the pain is unbearable and if you cannot focus, then you are instructed to to relax, to let the legs relax for a while, and then redo the posture and start again. So that is for Vipassana students. So please practice like that. New students, they are kindly instructed to practice breathing meditation, and Vipassana students, they are instructed to practice the 5th step of Vipassana meditation. So whatever the practice that you do, may you be able to come out successful. May you be able to develop inner peace and inner happiness with it. So, so everyone, please get ready to work hard. Now, everyone, please keep your back straight, neck straight, head straight. Please keep your right palm on your left palm. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Now calm down. Calm down. Completely calm down. Now, before we start, I'm going to pay our respect to the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha as a gratitude, as a practice of gratitude. And after that, we are going to start today's silent meditation. Please concentrate. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Namo tase bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhase. Itimiso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho Vijjācarane sampanno sugato lokamidu Anuttaro purisa dhamma sarati Sattādeva manussanam Buddho bhagavati Swakato bhagavata dhammo Samditiko akaliko Ehipasiko panaiko Pachatang veditabbo Vignyohiti Supanipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Ujo panipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Nyaya patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Sami patipanno bhagavato savaka sangho Yadidam chattari purisa yugani Atte purisa puggalam Ese bhagavato savaka sangho Ahuneyo pahuneyo Nakineyo anjali karaniyo Anuttarang punyaketang lokasanti. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. With a very calm mind, with a very quiet mind, with an alert, very attentive, patient mind. Everyone, please start your meditation. Please pay your entire attention to your meditation. Whatever the meditation technique that you practice right now, may that meditation practice become very successful. Everyone, please start the meditation right now. You're bound to be successful. Please start. Please start. Now, everyone, please let your eyes stay closed. But if your legs are paining, you can relax them. We are going to practice loving kindness meditation in breath. Loving kindness meditation in breath. First of all, please share your loving kindness with yourself. May I be well. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards yourself first. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. May my dear parents, teachers, relatives, and friends be well, be happy, be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards your parents, teachers, relatives, and friends. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the people who are in the middle, the neutral people, those who are not your friends, those who are not your enemies, the people who are in the middle. May all the neutral people be well, be happy, be peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the neutral people. Now, please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies that you have grudges with. So no use of creeping grudges at anyone. It is just like keeping a burning charcoal on your hand and waiting until your enemy comes. You are the first victim of your own grudge, of your own hatred. So let it go and forgive for the mistakes that they did. And ask forgiveness mentally for the mistakes that you have done, then share your loving kindness with your enemies. May all the enemies be well. May all the enemies be happy. May all the enemies be peaceful. Be peaceful. Please spread your loving kindness towards the enemies. Now please spread your loving kindness towards all the beings in the world. Human beings, animals, insects, birds, fish, reptiles, everyone. All the beings that you can see and cannot see. And who have different kind of appearances, shapes, skills. Share your sincere loving kindness with all. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May they be very peaceful. Spread your loving kindness towards all the beings, all the beings. Now, everyone very calmly open your eyes. Let your whole body to relax. Take a deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Take another deep breath. Let it go. Calm down. Calm down. Now everyone, please join your palms together and say 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Dear Dhamma friends, so Dinesh, I think you can hear me, right? Rahul, you can hear me, right?
Yes, Bante, we can hear you.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry. So, dear Dhamma friends, now you have to understand that this should be a lifelong practice. So if we want to grow the body, then we have to exercise our muscles. We have to give exercises for our muscles. So then that way you can develop your physique, the physical body. Just like that, if we want to grow, if we want to develop our body, if we want to make it beautiful, then we have to practice meditation. So therefore, make sure that you practice the meditation every day, 15 minutes in the morning. And at least 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening. Just like you go to the gym, if you go to the gym to develop your physique, so this is an exercise that you do innerly, mentally, to develop your mind. So, but you, nobody can give you inner happiness and peace on a train. No one can offer it. You have to work hard, you have to practice well, and you have to develop it within. So make sure that you do it with perseverance. That is very important. This is a great investment that you do for your own life. A great investment. So with that advice, I'm going to give you today's short Dhamma teaching, which is related to the meditation session. So we were talking about the 8 noble paths that we develop within when we practice this meditation practice. So we learned that when we practice Vipassana meditation, what we develop is the right view. It is not a Buddhist view, Hindu view, Islamic view, or Christian view, or atheist or agnostic view. We develop the right view about the things as they actually are. Then you develop, by that way, you develop the right view, that means right understanding about things. When you develop right understanding, you learn. Because of that, you develop right concept. Then because of right concept, you develop right speech. Then because of right concept, you develop right actions. Then right livelihood. So without harming anyone, you develop within a good ability to communicate with the other people and to live in the world harmlessly. So avoiding bad occupations, you practice good occupations, and with the right kind of income, you practice. You live your life according to the Dhamma. Then last week we learned. Then we develop right effort too. So there are 4 kinds of efforts that I told you that Vipassana meditator develops within. So what are those right concepts? Number 1, I know Ali was not here. So Rahul, can you remember? Number 1, the effort. Pragati, can you remember? Dinesha? Right. The first one is right. So the first one is So the effort to the effort that we put to stop the negativities that we are practicing in our lives. That's number one. Number two, we put effort. So not to start the negativities that you have not yet started. Then after that, number three, we put effort to continue and develop the positive actions that we are already practicing. And then number four, we put effort to start the positive actions that we have not yet started. So these are the four kinds of right effort. So then with the right effort, you have to practice right mindfulness too. So after right effort, you have to practice right mindfulness. So there are four kinds of right mindfulness. So in mindfulness, what we call mindfulness is, in Pali we call it sati. Sati means constant ability to pay attention. Rahul, what the sati means? Right. Ali, can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
now,
I can hear
now
you.
we can hear you. Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah.
able to mute. Yes.
Yeah. So Ali, what is mindfulness means? Constant
Attention.
Ability to
Yes, constant ability to pay attention, right? So that means the mindfulness. So then why do we use right mindfulness? Here we use the word right mindfulness because mindfulness can be used towards bad things and good things too. For the bad things, so it's easy to direct our minds, but it's hard to direct our minds to do good things. That's a very hard thing. It's difficult. So constant paying attention constantly, it's not an easy task. Let me tell you about an incident which happened several hundred years ago in Japan. There was one very developed meditation developed Bhante in Japan. So this Bhante had a student, and that student, he had a hard time in concentration. He couldn't concentrate well. So this Bhante, the master Bhante, he gave the same meditation technique for that student Bhante to practice. Then this Bhante was so frustrated, so he went to meet his teacher, Master Bhante, and then asked that Master Bhante, why are you giving me the same technique? So then that Bhante said, because you are not, you don't have enough ability to stay mindful. So that's why I give the same technique again and again for several years now. Then that Bhante said, no, I'm very mindful. I can concentrate very well. Then that teacher said, right. So I want to, then I will ask a question, and according to that question, I will decide whether to give you the same technique or not. Then the master Bhante asked, so student Bhante said yes. So Master Bhante asked the teacher, he asked, so if you, did you wear a pair of shoes while you were coming to meet me? So then that then that student Bhante said, yes. So I came with my shoes. So then what I want to ask is, so where did you put those two shoes? So did you put those shoes on the right side of the doorstep or the left side of the doorstep? Then the student Bhante, he couldn't remember. So then since he couldn't remember exactly the spot, he was given the same technique for another 6 months. Then after 6 months, again that student Bhante was frustrated. He went again to the teacher, saying that so he practiced very well the meditation technique throughout those 6 months, and now he can remember. He brought his shoes to the he wore his shoes while he was coming to meet his teacher. And then number 2, that's number 1, and then he kept his shoes on the right side of the doorstep. Then Master Bhante smiled. So you say that you are mindful? Yes, the student replied. Then Bhante said, today I'm not going to ask you about the shoes. Today I want to ask you about your umbrella. If you brought your umbrella, where did you keep your umbrella? On the right side of the doorstep or the left side of the doorstep? Again, the student, he couldn't remember. He was given the same practice again. So this is how it is. Paying attention means being able to focus to things, incidents, wholeheartedly with your entire attention. So it's not easy, but gradually when you practice breathing meditation and vipassana meditation, so you gain that ability with it. So you fight with the 5 enemies of your meditation and life. So the sensual pleasures, you fight with them. Then you fight with your anger. You fight with your doubts. You fight with your wandering mind. And you fight with your laziness. And then there blooms this mindfulness. So right mindfulness means then being able to pay attention to the wholesome things, right? Wholesome objects. So then, and wholeheartedly. Then right mindfulness can be developed focusing on 4 things. So first one is by focusing on your body. That means kaya anupasana. Kaya means body. Anupasana means observing it accordingly. So when you are walking, you are aware that you are walking. When you are sitting, you should be aware that I am sitting. When you are standing, you have to be aware that you are standing. When you are eating, when you are drinking, when you are washing your body, and whatever things that you do when you are looking, right? So when you are sleeping, whatever thing that you do in life, you should develop the awareness to be aware about the activity that you do at that moment, right? That's mindfulness. And then then about the body. So about the body, So you can develop mindfulness. For an example, so when you observe in the breath, that's also a practice of mindfulness. And then there are many other meditation techniques. Somehow, so better if you can work with the first one. That means when you are walking, when you are talking, when you are sitting, when you are standing, when you are doing your things in your daily, during your daily life, while you are eating, sleeping, whatever thing that you do, develop your awareness on those activities. Then at that time, you are practicing the first technique of mindfulness, kaya pasana. You stay aware about your body. Then Vedananupasana. Vedananupasana means being aware about the feelings that you feel. Let it be bodily, and let it be mental. So during the Vipassana meditation, you stay aware about your sensations. If there is a hardness, softness, numbness, or itching sensation, or twinkling sensation, blood circulating, pulsing, or any sensation, you stay aware. Right now, I am feeling this kind of sensation. Not only that, you develop your understanding too. This sensation is not eternal. This sensation is impermanent. It is impermanent, it is changing. So then you develop awareness with wisdom. Right? So Vedananupasana. And mentally too, you feel things. We are not observing just the physical things. We have to observe the mental things too. When you are happy, you have to be aware, right now I am happy. When you are not happy, when you are unhappy, you have to be aware, right now I am unhappy. When you are sad, you have to be aware, I feel sadness. When you are angry, you have to be aware, right now I feel thoughts of anger. I feel thoughts of anger. When you feel jealous, you have to be aware, right now I am feeling jealousy. And while you are feeling them, you have to be aware, these thoughts, these feelings of thoughts, they are not eternal too. They are changing, impermanent. I should not mess up with them. So these thoughts are positive thoughts, they should grow. And these thoughts are negative thoughts, I should get rid of them. So thinking that, you have to work hard. So to not to focus on negative thoughts and focus on positive thoughts. So you let go of your negative thoughts and you develop positive thoughts. So focusing on the feelings of your body and mind, that's Vedananupasana. There are 3 kinds of Vedanas: comfortable sensations, uncomfortable sensations, neutral sensations. Whatever sensations, in Vipassana meditation, what you do is you keep on observing, neutral, with a balanced mind, without favoring any of them, understanding, staying on the middle ground. So as someone observes the flow of river without forcing it to go as you wish. So then you'll see how they come and how they go. Right? Then please practice like that. So that's Vedananupasana. Whenever you understand that they are impermanent, you stop developing negativities. And then when when negative thoughts come, so because of your wisdom, they don't they won't overpower you. And since you don't pay attention and since you let them go, gradually the habit of developing negativity, they'll go. Then that's Vedananupasana, focusing on feelings, sensations. Then Chittanupasana, so focusing on your mind. So whatever the kinds of thoughts, minds that you develop, so you have to be aware. Right now, I have a happy mind. Right now, I have an angry mind. So peaceless mind, peaceful mind, right? So jealousy mind. So and mind with sympathetic joy. Right now, I have a mind of equanimity. Like that, you have to be aware about your mind. And then that's Chittanupasana. When you develop deeper, you will be able to practice this meditation technique too. And you can develop this mindfulness too. And number 4, Dhammanupasana. Dhamma means nature. Focusing on the nature. Impermanence is a nature. So when you observe, you see how things arise and passing away, how things are rising and passing away rapidly. So that's a nature, phenomenon. So when you observe the phenomenons, so that's how you develop understanding. So you observe the phenomenons. Impermanence is a phenomenon. Suffering is a phenomenon. No self, that's a phenomenon. So so you observe those phenomena, and then you develop understanding about those phenomena within. This is Dhammanupasana. And observing the 5 enemies of meditation and life. So as I mentioned before, that's also observing phenomena. So then there are 4 kinds of meditation techniques. There are 4 ways that we can develop mindfulness. Those 4 ways are, so focusing on body, movements of your body, focusing on focusing on your feelings, focusing on your mind, and focusing on the phenomena. So phenomena are so applicable to everyone, to you, to the others, everyone. So focusing on your body, focusing on feelings, focusing on your mind, and focusing on the phenomena. So Dinesha, what are the 4 kinds of mindfulness? Right. Rahul, what are the 4 kinds of mindfulness? Right. Ali? Right. So who cannot unmute? Wait for a moment. Wait for a moment.
හරි
All right.
පළවෙනි මොකද්ද බොඩිද
Yes.
body.
Yeah. So mindfulness on your body.
Mind.
That's the 3rd one. Second one?
Emotion.
Yeah, feelings.
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 Very nice. So number 3, mind. Number 4, Rahul and Pragati.
Of peace.
No. Phenomenon. So
Phenomenon,
peace is
sorry.
also phenomenon.
Yes.
So phenomenon. So these are the 4 kinds of mindfulness. Then when you develop your concentration deeper, then you have to be aware about these four kinds of you have to be mindful about these four kinds of things, four kinds of techniques.
Right.
So you have to be aware about the moment. You have to be aware constantly about your movements of about the movements of your body, about the sensations that you feel, about the minds that you develop, and then about the phenomena. If someone practice these four kinds of mindfulness, then that person develops peace with it. Why? When that person is mindful, that person sees how things come and go. So that person anymore, since they come and go, that person starts to observe them with wisdom. That person won't cling to them anymore, thinking, oh, this is mine, this is I. So you deal with everything with peace, because you understand whatever it arises, that is bound to pass. So when even let it be a material thing, let it be a person or a being, you deal with them with peace. So and with care. But when they pass away, you let them pass away, right? So you develop this understanding within when you develop right mindfulness. So right mindfulness leads to right concentration. And when you develop right concentration, what happens is you gain the ability to come out of loads of your negativities by focusing on your body and mind, and by letting go of your ignorance about your body and mind, and understanding the Dhamma by your own experience. Not anymore you understand Dhamma not by books, not by hearsay, not because of anybody teach you. You start to understand the Dhamma within. Then finally, you gain the ability to attain the real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. Right? So now we are going to conclude. Everyone, please. Together, all of us, I apologize. So from the the students who come in person, so most of them are not here online. So uh, because of the sudden situation, COVID situation, we had to do this online. Somehow, we had to be happy that we did it. So now everyone please think, by the power of all that positive energy, by the power of all that positive energy, may all the people who are sick, so may they be able to come out of their sicknesses, may they be able to live their lives comfortably. May this positive energy be with all of us. May we have a long life with beauty, mental and physical strength, comfort, and wisdom. And practicing Dhamma path, coming out of all the negativities, developing all the positivities, finally may all of us attain real peace, real happiness, Nibbana. With those thoughts, everyone, please join your palms together and concentrate. Abhivadana senisse nichang vata pachainu chattaro dhamma vadanti ayuvano sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti me vache ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjito.
Sadhu.
May you all be well. May you all be happy. May you all be very peaceful and blessed. Sukhihotu. Good night, everyone. Good night, Ani.
Good night and thank you.
Me be happy with Ali. And good night, Dinesha.
Good night, Hamadani. Thank you.
Yeah. Good night, Rahul and Pragati. Right. Good night, everyone. All right. Why is that? Right. Good night, Rahul and Pragati.
Good night, Bante. Good night, Bante. Thank you so much.
Good night, Pragati. Good night,